Okay, she's very young. I need to know, how have you socialized her to other dogs? Because when she is pulling, she's not aggressive, she's not angry, she wants to go playing. I need to know, how have you socialized her on other dogs? And sometimes that sounds very, very good. But sometimes if you do it too much, some dogs think that every time I see another dog, I need to go playing and greeting, because she hasn't learned that you have socialized her very good with being other dogs. That's perfectly. But she just needs the last thing, that you don't have to say hi to everybody who comes. And that's a training. And you have heard that if you can get close to another dog, other dog without barking, it's good to let her greet other dog and make her experience success. And that is right. But she also needs to learn that even though you get to 2 meters left to the other dog, she is not allowed to do like this and start barking and just dragging you to the other dog. At her age, her brain is the stage of, or her brain is very challenged in development right now. And that is also the rest of her body. It is, she turned 1 year in February, and she has been in her first heat. That is very, very early for a German Shepherd to go into heat. So she needs understanding and she needs boundaries. So I would like you very much to describe a normal day and your daily routine with her, and also how you play with her and how often you play with her. Okay, this is a daily routine every day. So how is she home alone? Very good, very good. So the first you have to do, well, I can't see your dog, but I know how wild play, tossing ball and tug and war, what that does to the mental state of a dog. So she is in a kind of stress. That's the first thing you have to stop doing. If you want to play with her, of course you should play with her. She's a young dog, but you have to make brain challenges for her. That's play for a young dog as well. And so that is the first thing you need to do. Stop those wild plays with her. Take her to the dog park from time to time, or have friends coming over with their dogs playing, but you also have to control the play. So every time you see the play is getting a little bit too wild, you have to stop it with a cutoff signal, get the dogs apart, make them relax, and let them play again. Because play needs to be controlled so it doesn't go into wild play that creates stress instead. And the very hard part of that is to talk to the other dog owner, because they have to understand what you are doing. They have to understand that you're not angry at their dog and you are doing it a gentle way. So my suggestion is a cutoff signal, and you can get an RPTM trainer to teach you that, and then body block and how to separate the dogs. And you could use the technique that you describe, where you walk the dog until the closer and closer. When she's not barking, you will walk a little bit closer to the other dog. But at that walking, you have to constantly praise her. Good girl, and give treats. And then you have to find what signal she sends to you that tells you the next thing she will do is starting to bark. And you can do that by video. Somebody video film her, because you have to be focusing on the dog. And when you see that signal is the time for you to stop and then change the direction. So the Very important thing is that she never gets to the point when the barking starts. You have to make sure that the situation is controlled. So that signal tells you, okay, now I change the direction and take her away from here. So you actually do the training and stop the training in success. And if she makes the signal and reacts within a second, then, because then you don't have time to get away, then you should find exactly the distance. So now you write 2 meters close. If there's 2 meters left to the other dog, then stop when you have been 1 meter and 2 meters and 10 centimeters before launching, and then stop there and start working it up slowly, but constantly praising, constantly giving her treats for good behavior. And if you get into the situation where she launches before you have any time to react, then cut off signal and body block. And if I don't remember the schedule for when I come to Japan, but if there is any consultation, it would be wonderful if she could come with the dog and we could start working with this, because then we can work with it in a controlled way and she will have some tools for how to do it herself. So I would love to work with her. She's so young and that could be changed very easily, because I think that also your contact and cooperation with the dog could be changed in a direction where you gain, both you and the dog gain much more from the contact and the cooperation. It does, yes, it does. Because as long as the dog is in stress already, she needs to be stressed down, and then you can start, but she's too young. Her brain and her body isn't developed yet, so she can't cope with the stress. It was the same when I got Indy. I had to have to lower his stress level, but now I can use the ball, but very, very shortly from time to time. And so it takes time. So I think she should cut all that and just brain challenge her with brain work and nose work as well. So frisbee is also creating stress, yes. But if the dog is not too stressed, like the shepherd, the young female there, you can do it, but only do it not every day and just 1 or 2 times, and that's it. Otherwise, you will create that stress. And we must remember that every time we throw something, we start the prey drive. We kickstart and trigger the prey drive in the dogs, and that can easily switch over to aggression later on in life. Drive and motivation in dogs go hand by hand, and we have to understand both motivation and drives to be able to control the behavior of the dog. And we need to control the behavior of the dog in the nice way, because kindness and nice and understanding and cooperation is as important for the dog as the correct nutrition.